And good Sunday morning to you. I'm Daniel Berlanti, the Cal Fire Information Center. Red flag warnings are in effect across much of Northern California due to critical fire weather. In fact, we are expecting to see extreme wind conditions today through Monday. Let's switch over to the map and show you exactly where these red flag warnings are in place.
Switching over to our statewide map, you can see much of California under a red flag warning, many of which have already started today, others that will go in effect later today. Let's start talking, though, about Northern California. This is where much of that red flag warning is already in effect. You can see that it captures almost all of the North State, and we are expecting very gusty winds, 20 to 30 miles an hour, gusts of 40 to 50. The mountains, though, are where we are likely to see gusts of up to 70 miles an hour. So very, very strong winds. We'll zoom in here into Northern California and really talk about where this red flag warning is, and you can see it on the map here that it really stretches all the way from Humboldt County, Del Norte County, Siskiyou County, so the most northern counties, and stretches all the way down communities like Redding, Chico, Yuba City, Sacramento, Elk Grove, Stockton, Modesto, all under this red flag warning. It also captures much of the Sierra Nevada mountain range. So some of the high Sierra counties are where we're going to see some of those strongest winds, like I mentioned. The Bay Area, though, as well, under this red flag warning. Now, some of the red flag warnings won't go into effect till later today, but by the end of today, almost all of the Bay Area will be under this red flag warning. And then the warning really stretches all the way down through Santa Cruz, down to Watsonville, Gilroy in Santa Clara County, Stanislaus County, and then it goes down through the Central Sierra, which we'll talk about here in a moment. But I'll show you the wind gusts that we're expecting today. The strongest is really likely in the Sacramento Valley through Sunday evening. And then into the foothills and the mountains, we're really going to see the strongest of those winds occur overnight, likely starting around 8 p.m. tonight, lasting all the way through late Monday morning. And you can see on this map the darker orange and red right in here. This is where we're going to see some of those strongest gusts, even up to 70 miles an hour. And that really is Category 1 hurricane types of winds. Now, a red flag warning is also in effect starting tonight through Tuesday for a moderate to strong Santa Ana wind event in Los Angeles, Ventura, Orange, parts of San Bernardino and Riverside County. We're going to see very strong winds in this event likely. I'll show you the winds tonight. You can see those onshore winds gusting, but it is tomorrow where we'll start to see the Santa Ana winds. So they will actually be coming from the east, and they will be dry and strong. You can see pockets up here in Los Angeles County upwards of 80 miles an hour. So very, very strong winds starting Monday. The highest gusts really expected just to the southwest of the San Bernardino Mountains. Now, the southern Sierra, really Yosemite down, we are also seeing a red flag warning that will start tonight through Tuesday. Again, the southern Sierra all the way down into the Kern Mountains, Mono, Inyo, as well as the Mojave Desert, all under this red flag warning as well. So again, a red flag warning in effect across much of California, many of which have started today. Others will start later this evening. In anticipation for this critical fire weather, CAL FIRE has increased staffing and coordinating with local fire agencies in pre-positioning fire resources in these critical areas. But this is a very widespread red flag warning.
So with the red flag warnings in effect for the next couple of days, it is so important that you take every step this weekend to be extra cautious and careful outdoors. It's very easy to spark a wildfire under these types of conditions, and if a fire does spark, it's going to grow very quickly. So let's talk about a couple key things you can do to prevent sparking a fire. First, don't do the right thing the wrong way. A lot of times people take lawnmowers and other powered equipment, and on these hot, dry, windy days, if you use the wrong tool and at the wrong time, you can actually spark a wildfire. So if you have to use any powered equipment, do it early in the morning, not in the peak of the day. And so really, if you can avoid for the next couple days using powered equipment outdoors, please do so. Another tip, don't drive on a dry grass. This should go without saying. Oftentimes people will pull over to take a cell phone call, but they don't realize that the hot exhaust in the back of the car can touch any grass or any vegetation and actually ignite it on fire, and you may not even ever see it. So it's really important you never pull your vehicle over where there's flammable vegetation like grass. Third step, dragging parts can lead to sparks. If you're pulling a trailer, for example, the trailer chains, if they're not properly connected and they drag on the ground, you could be sending hundreds of sparks all along the road and you may never even know it. So please ensure that you don't have any dragging parts from your vehicle, even if your vehicle is not properly maintained. We've had vehicles that the bumper came off and was dragging, sending out sparks. Ensure your vehicle is properly maintained. For more tips on how to prevent wildfires, go to our website here, readyforwildfire.org. We have a whole section on how to prevent fires, all these different categories to help you this weekend prevent sparking a wildfire, because one less spark this weekend means one less wildfire.